This is the Imperial HoloNet News. We've been approached by the Galactic Republic to affiliate with their coalition in an associated status. After careful consideration, Lord Vader has decided to accept this offer, for now. Short term, the deal gives the Empire stability against the growing threat of the Hutt clans on our southern border. Long term, we will be able to break the treaty when we are in a position of strength. Additionally, the Empire has negotiated to keep its own sovereign territory and resource production. Additionally, we may declare war on any non-allied species, allowing us to continue to bring Imperial peace to the galaxy. The Imperial Diplomatic Corps are to be commended for the outcome of the negotiations. Lord Vader plans to personally honor them in Imperial Center shortly. The Empire has been successful in hitting Lord Vader's targeted mining and resource quotas and is poised for future successes. The use of automated mining outposts has brought the Imperial mining effort to 74,000 tons of ore mined in a galactic standard month. Most impressive. To date, engineers and miners have answered the call of their empire. However, we cannot rest. We must continue to push and expand the Imperial production facilities to ensure that we have the means to expand and control the galaxy. In the Imperial Senate, senators are hardly able to contain their excitement about the additional resources at their fingertips and the upcoming Imperial budget. Senator Ross has submitted a request to earmark these additional funds for retrofitting and expanding the Imperial fleet. Although an alternative request to fund colonization attempts on exoplanets was also discussed, the Senate was nearly united in the expansion of the Imperial fleet and the projection of the power of the Empire on a galactic stage. Our enemies will fear us, our allies will as well. This military buildup means the Empire needs you, citizens, to join the Imperial forces to ensure a safe and secure tomorrow. Join the Empire today. It's your duty.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intrepid Dawn. My name is Captain Katarn, and today we are going to play some Star Wars. This is our 7th episode of our Galactic Empire campaign, and it's been a little bit, so I appreciate everybody with their patience. As you can see, we have quite a really good start here, and I think that we can do really, really well with this, so we're going to go ahead and push forward. Just an announcement, if you're new to the channel, we play all kinds of sci-fi games, Star Wars Galaxies, Stellaris, PlanetSide 2, there's a whole number of them, so you might want to consider subscribing. And if you're an existing subscriber, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our uploads. We're glad to have you here. Alright guys, so I just want to let you know that I have gone ahead and suspended the Star Trek campaign. The reason being that I just don't have the ability to do 2 of these a week anymore. I want to focus on Star Wars, I want to make it as good as we can make it, I want to finish this playthrough, and then we'll go back and possibly take a look at the Star Trek one again. It's just that I had to prioritize, and I have a lot more fun with Star Wars at this time, so I want to do this, and I want to get this one done. Additionally, I'm moving to a 48-hour voting window. So you guys have 48 hours from the time that this goes live to get your votes in for the week, and then I'm going to make another one. My goal was to make them every 5 days. I can do that on my current schedule. I don't think that'll be a problem, because I like these, and as long as we keep, moving forward, I won't have like 12 minutes of news to go over. We can continue just, doing a little bit of the news and getting right into the playthrough. And I think that'll be fun. So thanks guys. Also some housekeeping, we got the fleet set up. We do have one active Corvette now. It's still without a captain, and we will have additional fleets that are being built up. As you saw in the cinematic, the Senate has voted for fleet expansion, so that's going to be the theme here. This episode is going to focus on trying to expand the fleet. I'm also thinking about getting a few strategic points to expand the Empire out here. We had a request to get to the Coachelle system, and I definitely like that. I don't know how much that would cost, so I'm going to explore that right now. Let's take a look. Let's see if we were to build a mining station here. Okay, that's 70. Yeah, that's fine. That's not bad at all. And we definitely have the influence for it. So he's got 6 orders. How many does this guy have? 3 orders. Okay, so I want him to build it because I want to get this ASAP in case I get pushed out. We have all of these surveyed. I think this one's probably the best though, because that's more centralized. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so it thinks that's the most optimal route to get there. That works for me, because we have to go around this alien threat. Alright, hopefully we get there before anybody closes their borders or anything else. And our other construction ship that's up here, I'm going to send them out, and I'm going to make them do this system. Let's see, how much does this cost? Alright, so we're lacking that, but we can get that next month, and then I can take a look at it. That way we have 2 expansion points for the Empire. We're not going to put any colonies out quite yet, because that wasn't what the Senate decreed, but it at least allows us to claim the space while it's available. It's much easier just to put up a frontier station and start building infrastructure than it is to take it from another empire after they've already done so. Additionally, I'm looking at the Shalacta, whatever they are. I'm looking at these as our next target of opportunity. Taking a look at them, they're equivalent right now, they're hostile, but they don't have any trade deals or anybody supporting them. So I think that if we can grow our fleet to the point that we are ready to do so, we should take them out. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I really appreciate your patience as we go through all of this. And here we go. So we're going to play this on fast, just because I like it like that. And we'll take this ship up here, and we'll tell him to get out here and build that frontier outpost next. Excellent. Now everything else that we have is going to go towards either resources or ships. And also the army too. We're going to take a look at that. So let's take a look at our armies. We have defense garrisons. I don't really have the armies that I want to build quite yet, because we're going to get clone things and whatnot. Okay, so no, this is interesting. So the Hutt clans want to go into a non-aggression pact. I'm going to agree with that. That gives us a lot of leeway here, because they're still overwhelming, but they're receptive to us, so that's really good. Alright, now we have orbital hydroponic farms, which is great. I'm going to get ship upgrade cost, just because we're going to be upgrading ships all the time, so that little bit of savings is good. We're very close to cruisers as well. Alright, so the migration treaties are going. The Twi'lek clans, everybody stopped guaranteeing the Rhodians. I don't know what they did to make everybody love them for a second, but it looks like that's over. So that's excellent, because we need that for sure. And I do think that these sectors are going to be perfect for us. I'm really excited about this, actually. I think that we're going to do really well. So we might even get to a point where we could become allies with the Hutts, and that would really make the Galactic Empire strong. Think about that for a second. You have a Hutt fleet, which is actually pretty massive right now. You have the Galactic Empire's fleet. Together we could probably destroy the entire galaxy. It'd be a lot of fun. Oh, I gotta keep an eye on this. The Council of Camino just brought a colony ship up to Nauhada. Where are they going? In fact, I better close my borders to them immediately. Did they already leave? They went this way. They're probably gonna grab this. I could see them taking this world, actually. It's not so bad. No, that's that. I think they're definitely going for that. Alright, so we finished our surface construction. Let's see how we're doing, too. We also need to check out our resources. So I'm going to pause it again, because I forgot to look at Imperial Center. So Imperial Center is currently governed by Moff Marcus Ercole. We have a lot of stuff we can do here. Let's see, how are we doing on food? Our food is kind of negative, so I'm going to spend the money right now to upgrade our food production, but not this one. And then here I'm going to upgrade this building to a planetary capital, so that'll help us out significantly. Right, and we have our military academy, which is perfect. We probably need to clear this as well, so next month we'll do that. Just put some plans in motion here. We'll clear this and put another science academy here, and that'll be great. How are we doing on Scarif? Okay, Scarif, we finally have the ability to clear all this. It costs a ton, so. But it looks like we're at the point now that we really need to do that, because almost all of our tiles are filled in. So we'll start going around and grabbing the strategic ones first. We'll make that our priority. Before we start working on the fleet, we have to make sure we have a solid infrastructure at home, because that's important, and then we will do the fleet as well. So now we have the ship upgrade cost, which is perfect. Habitability, leadership, or biolab. Let me take a look at our leader tab. We're at 9 of 15. We're okay on leaders for right now. Let's go ahead and grab habitability. That's always helpful. Alright, so we have another system surveyed, which is great. Just looking at all the worlds we can possibly get to. I would expect to see a Camino. There it is, yeah. I was gonna say, I was gonna expect this to go any second, so they did claim that world. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't think there's anything else up here that anyone can colonize, but they can certainly put up a, yeah, there's nothing here to colonize. We should be good. Alright. Where are our ships? They're building their mining stations, and he's about to go out there. Okay. Alright, we now have the cruiser capability, so that's fantastic. Now we're going to get the light turbo laser, because that's absolutely essential. So that's 8 months away. I am going to pause it, because this is going to take a while for us to go through it, but I want to take a look at our ships right now. Let's see what we have in the Empire. So we have the Pincer class, which is our low-end corvette. And everything still looks to be relatively fine. I'm not going to do any major upgrades to anything right now, because I'm waiting on the turbo lasers to come online before we build anything. I can't get rid of this. This is the default one, but we just won't use it. Here's our escort carrier, looking good. Do we have... we don't have point defense yet, so we're going to have to really focus on that. And here's our new ship. So we have the cruiser. This is the Gladiator. I like it. Looks good. In fact, there should be a couple different ones that we can probably choose from. So we have the Gladiator or the Acclamator. Ooh. I like both. Like I said, we'll look at these in more depth as soon as I unlock the stuff for it. We also have the Victory Star Destroyer. So this is our first time that we've really moved into a solid Star Destroyer category. Also, I'd asked for names for the Ricotta ship, and we did get one that I liked. And it was... let me see if I can find it. Looking through my list right now. Where is it? Dagger class. I like the Dagger class because it kind of sounds kind of Imperial, so we'll go ahead and go with that. Dagger class. Excellent. Thanks, guys, for your patience with that. So we will delete the Ricotta, and now we have the Dagger class. All right, so we're going to end up with all of this plus the... I'm going to call this the Tector class because it doesn't have a hangar bay. But this is pretty cool. We're really starting to look like an Imperial fleet. I'm pretty satisfied with that, actually. So we'll go ahead and get all of those completed once we get the information, once we get the stuff for it. And then here we have our first immobilizer cruiser, which, you know, if you're like me and you grew up with the Thrawn books, these things were just fantastic. And if used correctly, really turns the tide of the war. So awesome that we have those. We'll continue now. We need a little bit of research before we start to actually build them, so I don't have to spend as much money retrofitting them. I think that actually probably costs more than just building it like that. At least it should, if you think about it, like, logistically. Alright, so we're here, we're surveying these things, we're doing very well. So we have 500 again. So let's go ahead and go back to Scarif and see how we're doing here. I want to get the... Can't upgrade that yet. Okay, let's start taking the stuff out that we need to do. Clear the tiles here, here, and I guess here. Maybe there too. Alright, just spending the monies that we have, because we can. We're up to 88, and I'm going to call that 1,000 tons of minerals produced per galactic standard month, because it's a little more impressive. We're up to 90 now. Looks like we just got another mine to come online, which is excellent. What is this? We have the Jedi Council sending a fleet through our system. Where are they going? That's interesting, because they couldn't declare war on us. They'd have to be outside of our system before they attack. They're going in this direction. Hopefully, our construction ship gets to the Rorgan system first and puts out the Imperial flag. Alright, we're going to research that anomaly. It looks like Galen Urso found it. Make that so, sir. We have a hyperdrive too. That's really great. That's nice. Planet sensor range is a big deal. Cold fusion reactor. Now that we have these bigger ships, we definitely need Sentinel point defense, but I don't want this one. I want the Star Wars one. The turbo laser one, because that's a lot better. So we'll do that. We're a month away from turbo lasers. Awesome. Grab that. We'll also continue straight along the turbo laser research chain. I think that's probably the best idea. What else do we have? Okay, so the Jedi Council wants our star charts. They're really far away. You know what, I'll agree to that. We'll get a little more of the galaxy we didn't have before. Ancient life pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Budpock 7. Wow, I don't usually say their names. I'm not going to continue. It's covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the Stardust managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Interesting. Alright, and we got some society research out of that, so that's really good. We need physics research, like, terribly bad. So we're going to need to keep an eye on that. Let's see, are we up here yet? Here we are. No, we're not. Are we getting closer? Maybe. Looks like all of our guys are doing research in this area, which is good because once we put out our... Hang on a second. I'm going to pause this real quick. The star charts with the Akani command. Let's see, are there things that I need over here? I mean, it looks like I have a lot of the galaxy surveyed. I can't imagine that they'd be offering me very much. I'm going to decline it this time. And Camino. Well, to the south, we really don't have a whole lot that we know about, so I'll agree with that for now. I'm not that worried about it, because, I mean, they're down here, building their colony here. And like I said, there's nowhere else that they can expand. They might put out a frontier outpost, but those are easily destroyed if we go to war, so that's not really a big deal. Alright, we got the Budpock system. God. It's a horrible name. We got that system done. Let's see, where are our construction ships? They're on their way. He's got 2 more orders before he does that. Oh, and he's almost there. So that's really excellent. Hopefully we can do that. And there's a ton of resources in there. That's going to be fantastic. There's also primitive civilizations in there. And if we do this correctly and we get enough power, we can cut off the Chilactans from themselves, which will be even better. Looks like they're expanding like crazy. They're already over to Tugoria, so we're gonna have to kill them pretty quickly. All right, very, very good. I am pleased. So this is all progressing. Let me check Imperial Center real quick. Gonna do that. We need a physics lab immediately. We'll do that, and we'll clear this. And now, let me see, how are we doing? Almost on habitability. So we'll let that go, and I'll see what else it's gonna grant us. Here we go. ARC troopers. This is what we need. These are our stormtroopers of the future. 9 months away. So we'll do that. And now I'm going to pause it again. Sorry for that. I know that some of you guys get annoyed when I pause it a lot, but I think that for the ship designing, it's absolutely essential. So we're going to go through and we're going to retrofit everything with their new turbo lasers. So here we have our Pincer class Corvette. And the Pincer is a small, expendable Corvette. So I am going to fit it with the light turbo lasers. Make sure that we're good everywhere else. How about here? Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we'll save that. Thankfully, the light turbo lasers are the same energy-wise, so we're not going to have to do anything for energy. So if it was balanced before, it's still balanced. But that's also why we need to get this new fusion reactors, because we are going to be behind pretty soon in energy production. So we've gone ahead and upgraded the Arquintus class as well. Just making sure. Oh, we do have new hyperdrives. Go ahead and save that. I don't know if we have to get them onto all the ships, but that might cause some problems. Yeah, that's a -2. So then the question is, what can I sacrifice for that? Maybe the afterburners? Okay. For now, we'll just do that. And then here we need to get this hyperdrive as well. Alright, good. Yeah, because if they don't all have the 2nd generation hyperdrive, we're just using the 1st gen for everything, and that doesn't work. So. Alright, so the broadside is updated. This is going to cost a ton to upgrade all these ships, but it'll be worth it because I think our power should go up at least a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but turbo lasers are awesome. Also make sure that we're still up to date on our scouts. Alright, perfect. Escort carrier is good. The Gladiator. Okay, so this is the brand new one. We haven't done anything with this. So we'll do a Gladiator first. Clear the design. We'll auto-complete the ship. Because that'll give me the best power management usage down here, which is what's important. And then up here I'll optimize the guns. Perfect. That saves me a little bit of time. That looks good. Save that. We'll also change this to the Acclimator assault ship. Then we have a choice with the Acclimator, how we want to spec it. I want to use it as a point defense whenever we get that. That would be great. And also I'm going to have 4 back here because the more guns I have, the more chances I have to hit per turn. And since there are misses involved, it actually makes sense a little bit to me to do that. So we'll clear the design and autocomplete. Very good for now. We're plus 17 on that. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of up here. All right, perfect. So we'll save this. No, we'll call this the Acclimator. Oh, screwed that up. There we go. Get rid of the one that's not correct. And this one. Twice. Sometimes you have to delete it multiple times. All right, there we go. All right, so now we have a victory. We're going to do a victory 1 and a victory 2. So the victory 1 has the torpedo slots, which we don't have yet, but those are really actually an interesting thing. So for the victory 1 with the torpedo slots, I don't really necessarily want to have a hangar bay, I don't think, because I think that it would be more interesting just to keep this as a pure, pure assault vehicle. So let's see what we can do. Victory. Yeah, so here, I mean, like, this thing is just going to be all-out assault, but I'll have the Victory 2 be separate from it because it has a little bit different of a design, and it's also going to have the hangar bays. So I think that that'll really help us differentiate these ships for role purposes. Otherwise, I mean, really, you just need a ton of Imperial Star Destroyers and you'd be good to go, just the way that this mod works specifically. But we want to have a little bit more... We want to have a little bit more variety. Victory 1... ISD. Alright, so we have a Victory 1 Imperial Star Destroyer. We will delete the Caravan. And now we will make a Victory 2. You can see, slightly different model. It's getting a little closer to what we would consider the Imperial Star Destroyer now. Alright, we'll have the Victory 2 Hangar Bay, because we'll put some ships on here so that it gets a little bit of support as well. And the Victory 2 Back 2 works for me. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Plus, I think that just looks fantastic. Alright, we'll clear the design, which makes these optimal. Autocomplete, and now we will throw in our turbo lasers. Alright. And then we will call this, of course, the Victory 2 ISD, Imperial Star Destroyer. Or maybe just SD, but I like ISD. Alright. And then here we have the Interdictor class, which is kind of a really heavy hitter, but has absolutely no... it has really... I'm going to go with all the heavy weapons for this one. Yeah. Alright, very nice. Clear the design. It has no... what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say it has no utility. I mean, this thing is only there to do damage. It's not there to intercept fighters. It's not there to do anything else. It's pretty much a battleship. So, very good. Ever noticed those little, what would you call them? Fins before? Seems kind of unnecessary in space, but it looks kind of cool. I guess it gives it a little more differentiation in the model. So we would call this the Interdictor ISD. Alright, very good. And that's the only one of its kind, so we'll delete the other one multiple times. Alright, so now we have the Vindicator, which I love. We're going to upgrade this one. And we'll make sure that we get the Imperial 2s, yeah. Just want to make sure I did that with everything. Okay, yeah, because the Vindicator is the first one I've upgraded in a while. Go ahead and do that. Perfect. I do like the Vindicator. It's like, to me, this is the perfect model to move from here to the Star Destroyer. Like, I realized they had another couple steps in between for the lore, but this kind of is like sets the path for me. Alright, so we have the Dagger, and we're going to upgrade these as well. And the Hyperdrive. Save that. Excellent. And the Nebulon B. This is a super ship. Seriously, I mean, like, it's a small escort and it'll die quickly, but it has point defense, it has fighters, and it's not that much of a slouch, so it's really quite the ultimate design in a lot of ways for a support role. And then here we have our brand new, I'm going to call this an Interdictor Cruiser, because I don't ever remember them, and I could be wrong, of course. Interdictor Cruiser. I don't ever remember them being actual Star Destroyers. I thought they were all looked like this, and then all of a sudden there's an Interdictor Star Destroyer, which seems to be a waste, quite honestly. I don't think that we'll build very many of those at all, because this performs that role in a cheaper way. So go ahead and put this TIE Scout here, get everything lined up. I kind of disagree with this thing being all like intermediate. I think this should be sitting in the back, but you know, whatever. I can't dictate that. Clear all this and auto-complete the ship, so I don't have to worry about min-maxing that. That looks really good down there. And we'll save that. I think that's perfect. Alright guys, so we have our ship montage. We're good to go, and it's time for us to build out the Imperial fleet. So without further ado, we have, looks like 40 fleet points to use. Let's get to it. So first I'm going to upgrade our fleet. It's going to cost 70. It's not going to cost a lot. Let's see, it's at 474 now, so we'll see what it looks like when it's done. 657. That was a pretty big increase for almost practically no money. So the that 15% reduction really helped. Just looking here. All right, we're good. Now at Imperial Senator, we're going to build some more stuff. Let's see, we need to upgrade our spaceport again. So we'll get to level 5 so that we can pull up all these great ships. And we definitely need some more minerals. Let's see, almost to the system that we need, so that's good. It looks like we're going to beat anybody else. I don't see any other colony ships in this area, so that's excellent. Yeah, there's a 25 desert world here, which looks like it will probably come under our influence. That's really nice, because we can use that as our base of operations in this sector, because that's a huge planet. That's really great. And then up here, what do we have? We have, yeah, this is 25 desert world as well, with a 22 next to it and a 19. I mean, this just makes a lot of sense. If we don't pick these up, somebody else will, and quickly. So we need to do that for sure. So Camino and Mon Calamari are now non-aggressive. That's okay. All right, I'm super excited about that. So this one's building now, the Frontier Outpost. And this guy is on his way. So that's great. He's building the mining outpost, then he's going to get this. Good, hopefully the Mon Cows don't beat me there, but I don't think they're going to like the desert because they're fish. So we should be okay. I'm really excited about this. All right, so now we have 784. Let's go ahead and build our first new ship. So I'm going to build a Victory 2. They are kind of expensive. I'm also going to build a Victory 1 next time. And then those will be kind of our flagships. And I'm not going to build a lot of them because I want to save fleet cap for the Imperial Star Destroyers. Let's see, how are we doing on Scarif? I think I need to upgrade Scarif as well. So we'll do that next month. And that'll also upgrade our fleet power. I think maybe 65 or so. Alright, so we have the next part of the chain for the turbo lasers, which is awesome. So now we'll do the TIE Bomber. I think of those, that's probably the best one for us. We can put some TIE Bombers in a couple of the ships, and then we really have a very balanced fleet. So we'll have to determine which ones are going to have those so that we have a good mix of fighters and bombers. Our ARC squads are going pretty well. Bespin is somewhere over here, I think. Yeah. Somewhere. I thought they were over here. Oh well. But they're in a non-aggression pact. And Marcus Aircool has leveled up. Congratulations, sir, on your promotion. This is a really exciting time. This is about to come online over here. We're about 78% done. Alright, so now we have the clone troopers, which is excellent. we need to make sure that we get the stuff necessary. I'm going to build a frontier clinic because it'll get out of the way. I need a cloning vat. Without that, I can't have any stormtroopers because the ARC troopers are all clones. What's this? The Techno Union, the Council of Camino. Stay off my desert planet, gentlemen. Alright, we're very close now. It's gonna, any second now, it's gonna come over. 98%. Let's just watch the Empire expand before our eyes. Wow. We picked up a lot. That's fantastic. So we've already blocked them from going from here to there. They can't go through us, so now their capital is cut off from all of their colony worlds. I'm very pleased with that. Look at all the systems we just picked up. I didn't think that that was that big. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it because we need to give this guy orders. Man, we got a lot of stuff here. How are we doing on energy? We're okay. Let's send them into this system first. So I'll send them over here to get everything here. Excellent. And then we'll come over here and do the same. And we'll just kind of go up and around. Oh, I'm holding down caps lock again. Don't do that. It doesn't work very well. Alright, we'll do that and that. And this and this. Perfect. And do we have a little more? I think we do. Go ahead and grab that. And that's good. So when he's done with those orders, we'll go ahead and do something else. We also need to send a science ship in here ASAP to make sure that we get those. Are science ships autonomous? They are. So hopefully they now decide to come back here because we have planets to survey in our own space that definitely need to be done. All right. That's fantastic. I'm really pleased by that. I didn't expect it to get nearly that far, which would tell me that if we were to put maybe another place on Jeddah over here, we'd probably connect our Empire and get most of these. Not really important at this time, but if I put a colony out here, we need to have the Empire connect, otherwise there's a penalty for that. So far so good. Planet unification. Yeah, if he were to block my access to another colony, one of ours, then that would be a problem. Alright, we have unemployment. We can't have unemployment, so let's go ahead and deal with that. We'll go ahead and put him over here on energy, and I'm going to build him a power plant. Excellent. So he'll have something to do. And we have a new research complete, the Frontier Clinic. Now we're going to do the leader lifespan plus 10 years. I think that might actually lead to cloning, because it has something to do with vitality and stuff like that. I might be wrong. I can't remember what the actual trees are. Alright, so we have Stellaris out here. It's about to explode. That'll be great. So based on the size of this one, I can pretty safely think that we're going to get most of these systems right here. That'll be fantastic. Alright, so Galen researched that, make it so. Non-aggression pact between the Lost Tribe of the Sith and the Council of Camino. Lost Tribe of the Sith does nothing for me. I'm not worried about them. Is this Empire space yet? No. But once it is, they're done. They can't go anywhere. That'll be great. They really can't anyway. This is the only system they can get to. The Zagirian Slave Empire also entered into a non-aggression pact. That's interesting to me because I think that they would have been very easy for them to pick off. Let's see. All right, so we have a new tradition. Let's see. Ship upkeep reduced by 10% or building upkeep reduced by 10%. I think ship upkeep first is going to be better. Okay, that's fascinating. Yes, we're going to adopt that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got a savings and then we lost a savings, so I think maybe we had something come online at the same time. Not bad. We'll do both, and I think that'll really help the Empire as well. Alright, so we're up to 108 tons per month. I think that's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and build some more ships. So we're up to 901 now with our new Victory 2 class. And do we have a Victory 1? I thought we did. Did it maybe get canceled or something? I swear I thought we had a... Oh, I didn't... I wanted to build one, but I didn't have the cash for it. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll also build a Tector. because that's 807. It's fantastically expensive. And a Nebula MB, just because I can. And keep an eye on this as well.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, so the Techno Union wants to give star charts. I'm going to agree to that because they are really far away. So it might give me some really good intel on some of these unknown regions. Looks like we're getting even closer to maybe finding some fallen empires. And then here, they want to do star charts. You know, we're kind of friendly with them, so I'm going to keep that up. Because I don't think there's really anything I know that they don't know at this point. But this is just fantastic over here, just looking at all this. Plus, if they survey any of our planets, we'll get the intel from it. So I think we got a whole bunch of these just from that. Not bad. This one's still unsurveyed. Alright, they want to go into a non-aggression pact, and I'm going to decline that because they are definitely one of our targets. If the Hutts stop guaranteeing their... Let me see. Yeah, if they stop being guaranteed their independence, then I will possibly attack them. But at this point, I'm not worried about it, and if they bring me into a war, that would be just fine. Excuse me. Alright. Oh, and here we go. The Centaures one has been built as well. So the Utopons, we just met the Inquisitor. We'll fight for our right to exist. So let's go ahead and pause that since we're going to look up here. All right, so we have all of these systems. We were able to pick up our 25 Desert World, our 22 Arctic World. We're very close to Psi Myth, which would be a good way to block off even more. Let's see. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that we picked up pretty much everything that was useful up here, except maybe this one. I'd kind of like to get this planet as well, but it's not that much of a priority. At this time, the Empire's doing pretty well. I think we could even put an outpost here and bring this all together, especially because this desert world might be interesting to somebody. And we still have a +3. Let's see, my construction ship's up there. I want you to come here and build an outpost. Let's connect the Empire. Let's make sure we have no issues with somebody blocking us off. And then we'll have supply routes into... Actually, no. Let's cancel that. Let's send them to Jeddah. Because I want to make sure that we get this too. I can't send them here because we need the fleet to go in there and take out the alien vessels. But I want to get to the point with the fleet before I do that and I start risking captains and lives that we don't have any chance of losing or having any kind of defeat. So let's keep that up real quick. So we'll do that instead. We'll send them to Jeddah. We'll get all of this. Plus, Jeddah's a cool name, so that's something. All right, let's continue. All right, Imperial Center. We're very close to getting that. Well, I should probably have had the Fleet Academy out there the whole time. That feels kind of dumb. Oops.
Research complete.
Alright, so we have unemployed people, we've got research, we got a lot of things we got to look at. So what do we just get? The cold fusion reactor, which is great. Defensive turbo laser, this is what I was talking about. This is the point defense for Star Wars. This is what we want. So we'll get this. The planetary shield generator is awesome, there's no doubt about that, but it uses the space on the planet. And it might be good for like the capital world, but there's a lot of stuff we have to put on there. A small concussion missile, I do like the fact of, or the ability to diversify and have some missiles for people that may not have point defense, but I don't think it's a priority right now, so I'm not going to research that. Instead, I'm going to research the defense station, because I think that we might have to start securing some of our outpost borders, just a couple stations. I know that Admiral Blaga does not like them, but I disagree wholeheartedly after having played with them in our multiplayer the other night. 2 stations are essentially the same power as my fleet right now, so if you put those around a target that's militarily important, they're very, very difficult to do. But let me just take a look. So 8 months versus, let's see, 21 months. Yeah, because I don't have any plans to use the missiles quite yet, so we'll do the 21 months. Alright, so we'll do that. We have an anomaly. Galen Urso is kicking your ass, Dr. Ross, in terms of coming up with anomalies, so you better get your stuff together, sir. Alright, let's go ahead and build a science lab there. I think that's good for now. He's a way out from that. What's going on Scarif? We need to upgrade that power. We also need some more food. Do we have anything else we can upgrade? No, so we're just gonna clear this. We're gonna clear that next. Excellent. And then we'll move that guy down onto the food production, which is great. And lots of stuff going on. A Connie command will now guarantee the Mon Calamari. Crap, so that takes away one of the people, but the Mon Cals love me, so for right now I don't really feel like killing them. Fossils from what appears to be several species of aquatic animals have been found on the barren and airless surface of that world. There are indications that the surrounding asteroid belt was created from the remnants of a shattered planet, and these findings seem to confirm that theory. Judging by the fossils, the planet supports life, or supported life, and was at least partially covered by water. Awesome. Give me that research. Great. Let me have a drink of my frothy beverage.
System survey complete.
Ah, much better. So let's take a look. System surveys are complete. We need to check out our research. Jorgi is calling me, which is an inopportune time. Let me take a look. So we got the habitability +5, uplift, share the burden. We'll do the habitability +5 if we can find it. Strategic resources are great because people will trade with us. But right now we're pretty self-sufficient. We're up to 109 tons per galactic standard month, which is great. Where's our construction ship? Alright, so they're on their way over to here. We still have this guy doing all his activities in the system, which is perfect. I'm very pleased. Let's go back to Imperial Center and take a look at how our Fleet Academy is progressing. Very nice. Additionally, I need to build a Interdictor class, but I think I already did that. Let me just double check. Not yet. Okay, he continues to call me, and you can hear that I still love Star Trek, so don't think that I abandoned Star Trek. I just put it on hold. My phone, whenever I get a call, I play the Voyager theme, and that's how into Star Trek I am. Just if I had to choose between them right now, I'm choosing Star Wars. That could change someday, but I want to get this playthrough done because I really enjoy playing this. Alright, I am really impressed. Compared to what we had before when we started in the core, we were like this little tiny world that was about to die. This is such a better start, so it's a good thing we lost that file. I mean, I look at that and I'm sorry about it because it wasn't ideal, but I think it worked out. So we'll go ahead and play this out. We'll let that run for a second. Alright, I just had to tell him that I'm recording the episode because he keeps calling me. He's in town actually, so he probably wants to hang out. Let me see. Independence for the Techno Union from Utopia. I mean, like, some of these people are not that strong to be guaranteeing anything, so you just kind of have to laugh at that, but overall I'm pretty pleased. So at this point we're just in a holding pattern. We're getting our research done, we're getting our Fleet Academy, and now we're going to get our Interdictor class at the end of this month. And those will be our big ships. I don't want to build a ton of big ships yet, because I want to have a lot of ISDs. I want to have a very heavy battleship contingent with a little bit of support, but I want to pretty much be Imperial Star Destroyer heavy, because I think that works the best in terms of fleet power, and it certainly makes the other people think twice before engaging you, which is good. So we have the Interdictor building, and then I think we're gonna do let's see, I want to have at least one of each ship. And then if I'm going to do multiple ships at this point, it's going to be the Nebulon, just because of how versatile it is and how useful it is. Because we have a lot of Corvettes already, so I'm not going to spam any more Corvettes. Okay, Galen, make that so. Very good. Alright, so we have our research. We picked up that new terraforming gases. It doesn't look like we have any or at least we don't have any yet that we have integrated into the Empire. I don't see any of the green stuff, but that's okay. I know it's out there. Alright, so we're at Jeddah, we're doing that. Now, this could actually piss off the Hutts quite a bit. I didn't think about that, but not too worried about it. Let's see, Biolab, Army Upkeep, or Frontier Hospital. We're gonna need the Army Upkeep because we're gonna have a lot of Stormtroopers pretty soon. Microsingularity recently intersected Jomark 5. Passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to cause any permanent damage, but it's altered the energy output of the planetary core in a slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted, I agree, and we need as much physics research as we can. So, just having said that, we're going to do Physics Lab 2, because, yeah. Alright, so that's awesome that we can pick that up too. Great. So they're doing all of that. I think when we get our next ship out here, which we've already done, we just got the Tector. So I want to do a Gladiator, an Acclimentor, and an Interdictor. Once we do that, I think we're ready to go cruise down onto here and take out these guys, because they're blocking us from having a very quick path over to the section of our Empire. And we're still +3, so I may even put one here as well, just to reinforce that nobody can shut off our lanes. Because, I mean, of that, the only other thing that I think is really even worth, at this point, having a connecting part 2 would probably be over here, like maybe in this system, and pick up all of this, and further block out the Mon Cals, which I might do. I could even do both, because we have +3, and we're capped on influence right now. So. Oh, the Hutts used to secure our independence. Well, apparently they don't want to do that anymore, but that's fine, because they're only superior to us. They're no longer overwhelming, so this is really good. We're very close to making up that gap, and we have the Army Upkeep finished. We'll do Habitability. No, we'll definitely do this. Clone Vats, I need that. I absolutely need that. That will allow us to start building our Stormtroopers. Without that, I wasn't even going to bother wasting resources on troops, because 1, we weren't in an imminent war, and 2, ARC Troopers are fantastic. Alright, let me take a look here. So I think we're doing pretty well. We've gone from a fleet whenever we started that was like 3 something, 4 something maybe, to 1666. Pretty good. I think that we can do a little better for sure. We definitely have the fleet power, the capacity, so we'll focus on that. And then I think that when we get to the point of the vote this week, unless something more interesting happens, we're gonna find out which colony you guys want to create first. Alright, so Jorgi's on his way over, which is great because I can give him his joystick, and we'll be able to have a lot more adventures in flight. Excellent. So, what I'm going to do in Imperial Center is I'm going to build 2 more construction ships. We have so much to do right now, and I think that having only 2 construction ships is hurting us, so we'll build those 2. I mean, if you really wanted to be the captain of a construction ship, go ahead and throw it in the comments. You can do that. I mean, I guess everybody has a purpose in our empire, so we'll do that because we're at the max of this. So I'm going to put a frontier world here. Get this, and I'm also going to put one here, just to make sure that we're completely and totally set up, and that'll take us to plus 0.4, which isn't a lot, but we'll get it back as we start to build colonies. And that will probably be next episode. So we've done our defense station. Let's see. Engineering facility, migration speed. We'll do engineering facility because that actually helps us. Alright, I'm pretty pleased with all the progress that we've made. So they're about to... Alright, perfect. So we have our new construction ship. And we're going to send him out here immediately to build that frontier outpost. And we have our other one, and we're going to send him here to build this frontier outpost. And I'm doing it over here because I know it'll connect, probably. And it'll help reinforce us in this direction as well. Maybe even pick up Yatabo, which would be cool. So we'll do those 2. I think that, oh, we gotta check out, what do we got? Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we already got Utopia. So when we do this, we're gonna really start pushing this way too. The Hutts are probably really pissed at us, to be honest. I'd be shocked if they weren't. Oh, we're +9. We're starting to, we're +10. Wow. All right, so we're really gaining back on them, even though we're pushing out pretty hard. This is really good. So this one's almost here, and that'll help us even more. I really like the expansion of space that we have. This gives us so many options in terms of how we're going to be playing this. I think this is a fantastic start. If you can start on the outer rim, if you play this mod, it will help you out to no end. Nice. Okay. So we are building those. So once those are done, I think we're going to end this unless we get anything else interesting that happens for the week. And then I will put together a list of systems for you guys in the comments, and we'll find out what the vote is for the week. Okay, so here's the deal. This is going to be the vote for the week. I'm not going to stop yet, but I'll go over it again at the end. I need to prioritize colonies because I like to build colonies, but I like to also try my best to make sure that after we build the colony, we do everything we can to support it and make it great. Make the Empire great again. There we go. So we just did that. So Scarif is coming along. Scarif is actually really good now. It's to the point that it's going to have a planetary capital. You know, that alone gives it considerable status in the Empire. It's actually positively contributing. Okay. Rental houses and the Techno Union arrivals. I think we're going to start seeing some pretty big pressure here from the Techno Union and everybody else, because everybody's going to be a little bit not too fond of them. Looks like they also picked up Alderaan, so that's interesting. Should be a lot of fun. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. So those are building. We have our construction ship here that's not doing anything, which is never a good thing. Let's go ahead and build those mining and research stations, followed by research stations. Good. All right, we gotta be watching because our energy usage is gonna start going up pretty high because we have all these stations we're gonna be building. I probably need to prioritize energy. So I think our next planet is probably gonna end up being an energy planet. So let me see, the Council Camino, they want star charts, they're going to give us minerals. Okay. I'm not giving them anything they don't already have, since I think we've traded before. So they gave us some minerals, that's kind of nice. I will now use those minerals to upgrade our science facilities, because research is everything in the Empire. Also, I wanted to build a couple more ships, so let's build another Nebulon B when we can afford it. Alright, we have the clone vats. Excellent. And now we're going to go with cheaper war demands. It's going to be expensive. I mean, that's going to take 4 years to get that, but it's totally worth it because we're going to be going to war quite a bit here. Not too long. Huh. So they want to enter into a non-aggression pact. They're actually they're an advanced start empire up here, and I think that this helps us quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and agree to that. I would have given that to the Senate, except that if you guys were to vote no, I would override you on that because they can be scary. I mean, just look at them right now. They're still superior to us. Their naval capacity is superior. They're pretty scary. So, all right. So Blimp could possibly be a terraforming candidate. That's cool. I don't know where that is, but that's neat. Here it is. Okay. That would be awesome if we can terraform that molten world into it. Or is it Blimp 2 maybe? Where is it? This one probably. I don't know. So we just build a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, nice. So here we go. So we have our outpost over here. Let's stop this so I can take a look. It's over here. It's just expanded our empire completely out here, and now we completely engulf them. So taking them out will be a priority, actually. Let's see, how are we doing? They're inferior. Okay. Scrap that. I now know what the vote is, guys. I'm very, very excited about that. All right. So, and we got it up here too. Oh, so awesome. We've just expanded our space incredibly. All right, and we have an over 2K fleet power. We're really a power in the universe. So we're going to stop here for this week. So our vote is Senators. And I'm gonna just double check real quick. Let me just make sure that they don't have anything that could kill us. Nobody is guaranteeing their independence. Senators, I propose that we go to war with the Galactic Convocation of Adepts. They have 3 systems, all of which would be excellent additions to the Empire. It would also cause us to not have to colonize, as they should have infrastructure already built. So, I ask you, the Imperial Senate, do I have your permission to take Imperial peace to the Galactans? Please vote in the comments. I'll have a thread set up. Also, don't forget we have a Discord channel for Intrepid Dawn, so the link should be in there. Even if you don't use voice chat, we use a lot of text chat there. It's a good place to keep in touch with people. And I do live streams and multiplayer games, and it's a good way for us to all get together and play together, because I really enjoy having this community here and having all of you be a part of it. Thank you for that. So for Jorgi, this is Captain Katarn. I'll see you in the verse. Let's go to war.